Hello gems, my name is Bushnell. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you stay long enough to subscribe. I talk about femininity, personal development, and mindset. If you're already part of the tribe, darling, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can use social media to grow as a person in personal development, mindset, and even in terms of femininity. So jumping straight ahead, the first thing is the people you follow. So you're going to have to watch the people you follow. Are these people you'd like to be like, people who have a lifestyle you admire and would like to have, people who you'll not be embarrassed if somebody finds out you follow them, people who represent something that is valuable and is Christ-like. I'm telling you this and I'm thinking of the fact that I was liking photos of Kim Kardashian yesterday for her birthday post, and it wasn't the most moral picture she has but I still want to follow her because she has taught me a lot of things. Some good, some bad, but you get the point. There's also content that inspires you, because there are people who make content that's funny, because we also need to laugh sometimes, some entertainment, but funny at what expense? Are they making jokes that disregard humanity? Are they making jokes that are not good for Christians? So even in jokes, we have to know what's the line to draw. And then the content that teaches you and inspires you, like if you have content on Jordan Peterson, maybe, or other things on femininity, or just encouraging cute little posts on Christianity, on your mindset, personal development, and there's so many such posts. So also check for content that inspires you. In people as well, in as much as you're following people, sometimes it can turn into envy. So for example, you'd love to get married one day, and every time you see a post from one of these married couples, celebrity goals, whatever, something of that sort, instead of feeling inspired, you feel envy. Well, first of all, you can probably mute their posts, because envy is not of God, and the enemy is using that to get to you, and he wants to open a door to get to you, to bring bitterness, to bring doubt, to bring you to doubt God. And so such things you should be able to notice when you scroll and you see a certain post and you feel envy and you feel the need to hurry through life. Remember, hurry is not from the devil. Hurrying is the devil. Speed is not of God. Okay, he wants you to go at his pace. He takes his time with you. So that's the first thing, people you follow, as well as content that you follow. The second thing has to be create more than you consume. So I have to start with this: avoid doom scrolling, where you just sit and scroll and scroll and scroll, and sometimes we tend to tell ourselves, okay, just the last 2 videos and then I'll stop. But the last 2 videos were quite boring, and so you give yourself 2 more, and which turns to be an hour later of you scrolling. So avoid doom scrolls. And I'll share this more about how to stop that in the third point. But the first thing is to identify that you actually go through doom scrolls. Probably you're in the van or in the bus to work or to school, and you scroll and scroll and scroll. Or try getting a book instead. Or notice when you doom scroll. I noticed before, I think last year, I used to doom scroll when I didn't want to face a certain emotion I was feeling. Maybe I was sad or stressed or worried about something, and so I'd doom scroll to try and numb that feeling. So notice when you start doom scrolling what's happening and what you can do about that. The next thing on that is also in how you can create more than consume, is finding a niche. So a niche that you love, a niche that you'd love to create on, For example, you love cooking, you love everything to do with food. And so maybe you can be going to, when you go to restaurants, you'll be taking photos of the food that you see in restaurants, or maybe when you're done cooking, you can be taking photos of that food that you've cooked or the process, and you can start even finding ways of how to cook without probably showing your face, if that's a thing for you. Or if you want to be seen, you can do that as well, but finding a niche, something that you're passionate about, that you wouldn't mind sharing content on. And nowadays you can share content on anything. Probably you just love carpets, you're a carpet collector, and you can be showing which carpet is good for a home, which carpet is not. Find a niche that you love, something that you love to do. And if you don't know what really a niche is, it's something that you'll focus on in terms of content. And then there's learning more about creation. So I've previously, mentioned that you can find ways of working for you. Probably you're not the kind of person who loves being seen on camera, and so there are very many ways of doing videos that are faceless, right? You don't have to be seen to do that video. For example, the video I'm making right now, that doesn't mean I don't like being in front of the camera. I actually am a journalist, so this is quite interesting. But anyway, learning more about creation also can look like what's the best time to post. You hear people saying algorithms. How does that work? I'm sure creators usually meet. There's a place they love to meet, wherever city, wherever town you are in. You can hang out in those meetings and see, okay, so this is how it works, this is what I'll need. I remember when I wanted to start doing makeup, I used to go to a lot of these MAC openings, Maybelline openings, and I'd learned so many things, like I need a primer, this is for this and this is for the other. And so try going for those things in regards to content creation. And what might start for you is just something as a hobby might end up being something that gives you a side hustle that brings you a lot of money, and Lord only knows what else you can do with that, and also your talents. The third thing is limits. So start putting up limits, especially time-wise, when it comes to social media. And so first things first, you have to plan your day. And this is something I love to do the night before, and then in the morning I love to map out my day. So the night before I just plan out, like, at this time I'll be doing this, at this time I'll be doing this, and these are the things I'll need to do. And then in the morning, what I mean by mapping out your day is you sit down and you mentally go through your day, how this will go and this will go, so that as you walk into it, as you step into your day, you already know what possibilities to expect and how you want things to run and go down with, right? Also, this includes setting time limits, and I believe nowadays even Androids have this feature where you use your phone. For example, you can set for WhatsApp, you're going to only use your phone for an hour on WhatsApp, and once you have gone above 1 hour, WhatsApp shuts you out until the next day. Or you can have this feature where, in the same regards to probably WhatsApp, you can only access it when it's 8 a.m. and you can set it up to 4 p.m. And when it's 4 p.m., WhatsApp shuts you out again. So such things, having limits, because sometimes we forget, the story gets juicy, but when you know you have a limit, you tend to work and map out your day differently, right? So for example, mostly if it's WhatsApp is for work and it's 4 p.m. and you're going back home and you're like, no more work, no carrying work at home, such things, right? So setting time limits, and then occasionally, quote unquote, fasting from social media. So choosing to stay away from social media, choosing to not go on social media. And this is like all of them, right? You don't have to delete the apps. You just decide, I will not go on social media. And fasting is not just not doing something, but replacing it with something else. And so, for example, if you're fasting biblically, you can just say, okay, I'll fast social media and I'll be praying at this time. I'll be watching content on God. I'll be studying the word. See what I'm saying? Okay, I'm fasting from social media, then I'll be reading a book, then I'll be hanging out with my family, my friends, I'll be studying for school or working on this other project. So occasionally fast from social media. I know for myself, when I am doing my fast, I do not even try touching social media at all, especially some certain social media apps like X right now, where it can be a little bit draining. in regards to where my country is as of right now, social X has been a very pivotal role in just sharing a lot of political truths that we're getting to find out, and sometimes finding some things these politicians are doing and where our country is sometimes can be so sad. And so that's one app I avoid sometimes, I fast from sometimes, but again, it's necessary for me to know what's happening in my country as well, so as to know how to prevent for it, right? So that's the third thing. The fourth thing is how you can use social media to grow is for inspiration. And my favorite social media app for this is Pinterest. Oh my goodness, the beautiful pictures I find there. I've made so many boards. Some are public, some are private, just for me. And so many different things, from the hairstyles I want to pick to the wedding dresses, probably if you're getting married, to party planning, if you're planning a party, whatever it is. Pinterest is there. There's somebody who's probably living the life you'd love to live already, or is doing something you'd love to do already, and they've taken a picture of it and shared it on Pinterest so that you can get inspiration from that. So going to Pinterest is such a beautiful space, also because there's barely ever hateful or negative kinds of content there, and you can just take in such good content, and it's a beautiful space. There's barely any hate on comments, and such a good positive social media space to just be inspired from, really. And then there's also benchmarking and learning from others. So you can be using social media to learn from others. I remember when I wanted to start this YouTube channel, I used to observe a lot of other feminine videos and how people did it, and see how I can, considering my current times, my timing, my finances, my storage for my recording and all those things, which one will work for me. So I used to see, okay, this is what people talk about, this is how videos are done, this is how long videos are, this is how basically I was learning from others, so that even when I want to create mine, I'm able to know how to. I'm inspired. And also, it doesn't necessarily have to be for creation purposes, but just to get inspired to live a certain or achieve something. I love watching motivational videos, listening to motivational content. It stirs me up. In fact, today I was sharing post from Threads to my Instagram, and I think I was watching a video on Jordan Peterson before that, and it kind of gave me a few things he was saying from that, and I was just hearing what he's saying, and I was like, yes, I'm so pumped up for the day, because he was mentioning something interesting that was motivational, and I was so inspired for my day. I was really excited to just take over this day with the Lord, of course, and just do the best I can, so social media is there to inspire you as well, okay? And then the last way you can use social media to grow, of course there are others, but in this video I'm just going to share 5, and it is to engage in communities. Now, if you've been on this channel for long, then you know that we have a community called Chic Buddies, yes. And we talk on WhatsApp. We talk about so many interesting things. Honestly, I thank God for these women, because they've become my friends. Like, literally, I've saved their numbers and we talk, and it's, oh my goodness, ladies, if you're listening, I appreciate you very much. And so join a group like ours and let's talk, let's be friends, let's learn so many other things. Like this year, I ended up creating an ebook just for us, exclusive to those in the group. And it was such an amazing time to just write that for us and even just go through it. And then the videos we share, the stories we talk about. I mean, I learned about Chidima, the Miss Universe Nigeria, through one of the ladies in the group. And so it's usually such a beautiful moment. I've learned so many things. Just the other day, one of us was challenging us on what really seduction really is, and it blew my mind how even God is involved in all this. Like, okay, what is God's perspective on seduction and where does it lie? And it was such mind-blowing. And there's so many other groups like this, not only in my YouTube channel, but so many others. I know Facebook is a thing for that. I'm not on Facebook because Gen Z, I'm not saying there are Gen Zs on Facebook, but that's just not my thing. But there are groups there, I know. There are also groups in different other platforms, and such groups help you just support and encourage other women. When you see a lady posting something on her Instagram and she's always posting content that inspires you, that teaches you, or content that just makes you want to do better, feel better, glorify the Lord, then show her your support by giving her kind words and liking and sharing or something of that sort. And you also get to build connections. Darling, what if one of the friends you get to meet is going to be your bestie, and eventually probably even you're gonna get married to the brother, or she gets married to your brother, and oh my goodness, it's just insanely interesting. I'm really thinking of just traveling and meeting all these other friends of mine that I've made, and just the beautiful connections that we have. I remember something really cool is one of the friends I've made through the group we have, the community we have, is she taught me about Formula One. And right now, darling, if you know me, you know I am obsessed with Formula One. Okay, Lewis Hamilton all the way. And this is just some of the things that I can tell you. Like, there's so much more you'd experience if you join an exclusive community, especially if you don't really have many friends. This is your opportunity to say you not only have friends in your country, but international friends, right? So that's it for this video. Let me know if you like it. Be sure to join the WhatsApp group if you're interested, and share, like, and I hope my channel is one of the social media platforms, channels, content that helps you grow.